want to start it? You want me to start it?
No, we're back. You started. You started all the time. You dominate the show.
I think
you started.
I think we've already started.
Okay, let's get it going then.
The second half with
Scott Burrell.
I'm Donny Marshall.
And I'm Scott Burrell.
And I'm Donny Marshall. Did I already say that?
Yes, you did.
So
2 times.
He said Scott twice, so I had to say Donny.
That is true.
So here we are. We're back. We're back from the holidays. Probably
full
15 more pounds on each of us.
A little heavier.
And a lot has happened. A lot has gone on. A lot with you and your team.
Yes, we've got a couple wins. We got a couple wins. We have a
slow start.
Slow start. Started off 0-3, but we won 2 in a row, and now we have a break. We have finals now, so waiting to get those finals over with. Hopefully our kids do well, concentrate on their academics, so we don't play during this week. But when we get back, we play Monday, Wednesday, Saturday next week, and hopefully we can keep that streak, build on that streak, and get a little run going.
What changed though from, or did you notice, Scott? Is it guys getting more acclimated with your system? Is it guys getting acclimated with one another? You started, 0-3?
0-3, but
and then
it's pretty simple. We had more points than the other team.
Well,
so when we have more points than the other team, you win games, and we did that for the first time.
Players don't think of it that way.
They
They're
don't.
Like, wait.
They don't.
Yes, that's the obvious.
Yeah.
But as a coach, what did you see in those guys that was different in the losses versus the wins?
Yeah. Well, we played 2 teams in our league, and I think we were comfortable with the teams in our league. I think the first couple games we played against teams that press the whole game, and that's not our league. We're not built for that right now. But I think we're built for our league, and I think going 0-3, they had a little more determination, a little more fight and competitiveness in practice, and I think they brought it over to the game. Especially our first win was on the road at AIC, where one of our guys transferred from, and so he had a little extra competitiveness to play in that game. Wanted to go back to his old school, win that game. And he had Justice Ellison had a great game. So it worked out in our favor that way. I'll tell you what's funny about it too. I got a belt made from the WWE, and we give it out after wins. And that was the first time I've brought it to every game, and I was not able to give it out yet. So thank goodness we had a chance to finally get a W and give it out. And I give it out to Sharif Diarra and Justice Ellison for players of the game, because they both did an unbelievable job to help us in that first victory.
I got to know this though, Scott, because again, I think it's intriguing that you were a player at a high level. We played at the highest level each step of the way. But now you're a coach, and as a player, it's like, okay, maybe I have to work a little bit harder. Maybe I have to stay later. Maybe I have to get a few more shots up. But as a coach, how do you approach that when you're 0-3 and you're like, it's not a job security thing. It's I want to win. We need to win. I need these guys to feel what winning is. How do you change? Like the players we know, take more shots, stay late, get early, blah, blah, blah. But what do you guys do as coaches to say, okay, what do we need to change here? Lineups, Donnie, what is it, practice?
That is a great question. We usually run a lot of ball screens, and this team is not a good ball screen team. So,
your team?
Yeah, my team. So I had to change a lot of things offensively. And Coach Fogel and Coach Brennan definitely helped finding different plays that our team would fit our team. So we basically got to change our offense and not run as many dribble handoffs and ball screens to get guys in open space. So a lot of slips, a lot of ghost screens. And we were better players without thinking out there. So our guys are thinking less, just reacting and playing now. So we had to change a lot of stuff.
So are you I should know this, but are you, our coach, Jim Calhoun was
you're doing it this way.
No laughing, no fun, no music. Take those wristbands off if you don't wear a wristband. Nothing. Listen, we were tightening this ship up.
Yeah.
What kind of coach are you when you're not winning? Do you
different.
loosen up or do you get tighter?
I'm the same way. Like,
really?
I'm tough during practice. I'm tough. I want to teach. I want to teach. I want the kids to learn. Whether they do or not, it's on them. But I'm going to do my best to teach them and make them better. But when practice is over, they come to my office, get their cell phones, and I'm joking with them.
So
no matter how hard practice was, it's over when you step off that court.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you have them. I think I knew this. You have them put their cell phones before practice.
Yeah, every day. Anytime they walk in that gym, they have to bring their cell phones.
In your office or just?
No, in my office. So I can see face to face. Any issues, talk to me about it. Any problems academically, talk to us about it. We want, it's not just about basketball. You're trying to grow these kids. You want them to be personable. You want them to have a personality. You want them to be worldly. So, I love when the kids sit down in our office and talk to us just about things in the world, what's going on in the world, things at home that's going on. when what their struggles are and what's making them happy. So you want to get to know the kids more.
And if you are like our coach, you don't want those cell phones anywhere in the locker room.
No, because he'll find them and break them.
They hit that record button.
Yeah.
And we know how that has turned out for
a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, Scott, when you think about, Division I, Division II, Division III, whatever division it is, this time of year, it feels like there are a lot of teams, really good teams, that have 3 losses.
Yeah.
Teams that we've seen in the past at each level.
Yeah.
Last year before, who maybe finished with 5 losses.
Yeah.
Is that a product, do you think, of the roster turnover, and now it's okay, like you just said, we have to tweak some things in season? Because you don't want to really – look, we always learn about tweaking things before the season starts. You think you're ready, you hit the ground running.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of teams across the board – I think Florida's one of those teams, 4 losses maybe. There are some teams out there, and I mentioned them because they're reigning national champs.
Yeah.
But there are some teams out there that it feels like you can't really put your finger on why they have 3 losses already early in the season.
Yeah. I think it's like you said, with all the transfers – trying to figure out how to play with each other is key. I mean, that was our situation. We have so many guys hurt or that transferred in that it's hard to understand how they can be successful with the guys you have already. And that's the same thing at high major Division I schools. They have the same situation. You think you got a lot of talent, but now how they're going to play together, how they're going to share the ball.
Have you had to change your starting lineup? Like, have you tried to change your lineups to send a message yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, because we're so beat up. I can't go that far down to find new guys. So, yeah. But
you got the prisoners running the prison right now.
Yeah.
They're in control.
But they're good ones, though. They're good guys. They're good. They're good guys. So, I don't have any knuckleheads, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, so listen, let's take a quick break. I want to talk about your alma mater. And how the start that they've gotten off to. Talk about, these teams having success early, some teams having early losses. But I want to talk about your old school, man, when we get back.
Yours too. See you in a minute. Welcome back. Welcome back to Scott and Donny. We're going to second part of our episode, and we're going to talk about UConn basketball and how well they're doing and how tough their competitive their team is and how good their opponents are, but how well they're doing.
Aren't they good, Scott?
They're very good.
Aren't they?
Very good.
They're deep.
They are deep. I think that's what makes them. I'm not sure how skilled they are.
Yeah.
But their depth is making them even better than what they are.
Yeah.
Because some teams go to their bench and they fall off. UConn goes to their bench and they might get better or just as good as their starters.
Yeah, it's interesting because we'll get into the schedule a little bit, but. Yeah. It's interesting how the injury bug hits you and how different teams respond.
Yeah.
You have a timeline for certain guys, especially your freshmen.
Yep.
And for UConn, it was Eric Ryba and it was Braden Mullins.
Yep.
So now you are like, wait, these guys aren't ready to play, but we need them to play.
Yeah.
Because Terrace Reed goes down.
You got Ryba there.
And so you need kind of guys to step in. So even though Mullins was hurt, Ryba, the other freshman, he was thrown right into the fire.
Yeah.
And I think he's done really, really well. We've seen that he can shoot the ball from outside.
Yeah.
We've seen that his timing is getting much better. That was always my issue with centers. And you and I have played with some pretty good centers that –
hardworking, tough centers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Early on, though, you saw that their timing – and maybe that's all of us, but especially bigs seem to stand out more where they get the ball, they're in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I think Don McClingan went through this. I know Travis Knight went through this as my teammate.
Rod Sellers got so much better, yeah.
They're so big and they're so strong, and you see these little guys running at you. The game is much faster when you get to this level, to the college level, than in high school. And I think Eric Ryba has done a phenomenal job of stepping in. Not only – he's not Terrace Reed.
Yeah.
But he adds something different, which is what UConn has had with Sonogo, Klingon, Johnson, Klingon, and now here we go again with Reed, Ryba. I think I got that right. I got that order right.
Yeah.
It's really amazing how they we talk about guards, who's going to be the next guard. Everyone's looking for the new Tristan Newton. But for them, the bigs to me seem to be Yes, inside out.
Yeah, I think that's what makes UConn so good. I think Reed, he just came back from missing a couple games after injury, was so dominant inside and started off a couple buckets early.
Yep.
Got confidence, but also it just makes the game easier when you go inside out and play. You don't have to fire from three to get hot, to build a lead or to make a comeback. I think, and with when Ryber comes in, he plays outside, shoots the three, passes the ball from outside, and spaces the court out so much more. So I think they're both really good centers, and they both help each other so much.
Yeah, it's interesting, Scott, because this is a program in UConn that you have to be smart to play in that system.
Yeah, you do.
I kind of, a little tongue in cheek. When we played, it was the entire
Ball
game
screen.
we played we pressed.
Yeah.
And if we did get stuck, go screen the ball.
Yeah.
That was it. And I don't want to take anything
No.
away from Coach Calhoun, the Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But our offense wasn't that intricate.
No,
there was
it wasn't.
really it was kind of. I remember Joe LaCava talked about this. Tiger Woods had always said it, and you and I played with Joey LaCava golf a lot.
Yeah.
Mindless golf.
Yeah.
Basketball is the same way in my mind, and it's not that you're not smart. It's just that you just let the guys go out there and play. You press. You get steals, you run, create your offense with your defense.
And it builds energy.
That's what we did. It was mindless basketball, but that was fine.
Yeah.
This UConn team is not like that. And I think last year's team, struggling defensively, had Coach Hurley and his staff say, you know what, we got to figure out who can we get to better defend. Right now, Scott, they're defending at a high rate. I mean, they're really doing a great job. They're dominating teams. They're doing a terrific job. When you look at teams like Florida, they held Florida to 73 points.
Yeah.
They beat Florida, obviously, 77, 73.
With two really good big players.
The best front line in college basketball.
Yeah.
Now, their issue is something different for a different show. It's their backcourt. But their front line, if you can play against that front line and hold Florida to 73 points, that's pretty damn good.
It is.
Now, you go back a couple of games. Kansas, Scott, they held them to 56 points.
Yeah.
And I know people are like, oh, where are
on
they
the
gonna
road,
score?
too. On the road.
On the road.
In a tough atmosphere.
Allen Fieldhouse.
It's tough. It's tough to
I
play
mean, that's unheard of. And they hadn't lost in, 20, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was some
29
long.
or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And so the fact that they go in, it seems to me, Illinois, they hold to 61 points. I mean, it goes on. And listen, it's not going to get any easier for them. Obviously, Big East is a different animal because teams learn to scout you. They see you more. But I just think they've answered those questions, and Ryba's a huge part of that. Obviously, their guards have done a better job. If you think about Silas Demery, you think about your guy, the 35-year-old Malachi Smith. Yeah. I think I don't know who's older, you or Malachi Smith, but they're playing like that. They're playing old. They're playing veterans, and I think that to me is the difference from this year's team to last year's team. But also, is that they're defending.
But also, the older guys on team have been through tough games and tough battles.
Yeah.
And it's easier when you have those guys out there. The game slows down for them, which slows down for the young kids. And every day in practice, it's like a game for those guys, and it's competitive. Think about the first unit going against the second unit. The second unit is almost just as good as probably the first unit. So it's a battle every day. You're competing against another Division I team in practice. So you're preparing yourself to be great.
The one thing that I think a lot of teams have tried to do, and I think they've tried to copy Dan Hurley in this, is you try to get 4 or 5-star kids out of high school.
Yeah.
Bring a couple of them in. Yep. He just happened to get 2 McDonald's All-Americans. Doesn't happen
it's
a lot.
Easy. It's because people like you went to UConn. That's why.
Well,
they
get them. You laid the groundwork. We know that.
Oh, thank you.
But then you retain, which is a word you don't hear in college basketball. There's retention. So you keep guys. They did that with Stewart.
Caravan.
And they did that with Caravan. They did that obviously with Ross, Ball, guys you could have taken money and gone elsewhere.
Somewhere else, yeah.
Then you go and you go and play Portal Combat.
Yeah.
Remember that old game?
That was
Combat?
good. I like how you put
Great
that.
Game
I never heard you say that one. That was good. Portal Combat. Yeah.
And they won that.
Yeah.
You go get Malachi Smith. You go out there and get Silas Demery. You get guys who you don't chroma, guys who maybe kind of slip through the cracks a little bit. That to me seems like it's been the ingredients for them to try to win another championship.
They do a great job weeding out players that don't fit with their system and what they want them to do. So the guys they brought in, They're going to be the right players for their system, coachable. They can learn. They have a high IQ, and they can just ball. So they do a great job finding guys that fit UConn's, fit them offensively and defensively. Because like you said, their defense has been unbelievable.
Tell you, they're 9-1. Like I said, they played a gauntlet. I thought the toughest part of their stretch was when you go from Kansas to East Texas A&M,
where you can have a letdown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you go to Florida because you know that you go to New York and play Florida because you know that East Texas A&M. I was telling someone the other day, how did you approach these games? I said, all of my teammates, we were trying to get career highs. It was like, you know what? This is our chance.
Yeah.
You know, look, you're playing with Donny Marshalls, you're playing with Chris Smiths, you're playing with Ray Allen.
Yeah.
You're not getting a lot of touches normally.
Yeah.
So
you hope it's a blowout. Yeah, you hope it's a blowout so you get a lot of shots up. But like you said, you can mentally have that letdown and get slip up.
Well, in our next block, I want to talk about someone and some special people that never had any letdowns throughout their entire careers. You have to stick around for that on the men and probably more importantly, the women's side. So when we come back, we'll talk about that. Welcome back to the second half. Scott and Donnie here. Our last block, I want to talk about something really – look, I think it's something it's debatable at times, but first I wanted to talk about the person who got this accolade. Sue Bird got her jersey retired last week at
Deservingly.
UConn. Deservingly so.
Maybe even sooner. Should have happened.
Yeah, but I think we always have that conversation, don't we? This should have happened sooner. This should have happened, at least she's still alive.
Yeah.
You know that's when it's too late. But you see her up there next to Rip Hamilton, but she was special, man. 98 to 02, she played in 118 games. Over 1,300 total career points. She was the #1 overall pick in the 2002 WNBA draft. She was a player of the year her last year in college. But I wrote some numbers down because I thought it's really fascinating to me. The individual accolades, yes, is probably the reason you get, and what you've done since is why you get your jersey retired. But she played over 3,300 total minutes. That's 28 minutes a game in 4 years.
That is crazy.
136 wins, 9 losses.
That is unbelievable.
In 4 years.
That is unbelievable.
Now, I know I know she had teammates.
Yeah.
But we're just talking about Sue Bird right now.
Yeah. Leadership, though.
Her leadership. She only lost 2 games in Big East play in 4 years.
That's unbelievable.
2. They went 17-1, 17-1 her freshman year. 16-0, 15-1, 16-0. She won 2 national titles. She went to 3 Final Fours. To me, yes, she's worthy of getting her jersey retired and probably more.
I think the teams that beat them should also get it and be put up in the banner.
Yes.
Just being lucky to beat them for
exactly
part of her 2 losses. Yeah.
But that's, to me, she's one of those players that kind of transcends basketball. And look, you have a daughter. Yeah. I'm a girl dad. So it means something probably a little bit more to me, a little bit different to me. Even though my daughters, my young ones don't play basketball. My older one did. She was inspired by Sue Bird, but even my daughters who play soccer love Sue Bird because of what she did for the sport.
Yeah.
So that's my Sue Bird love.
I love Sue Bird because she was a phenomenal player, college, professionally.
Oh my God! And you need to talk about it
5-time Olympic gold medal winner. Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
She transcends the game.
Yes.
And to me, those are the people who are worthy of my next list. I would say, and I'm not having anything for the screen. This is just something we're talking about.
Yeah.
She is in my top 5 all time at UConn.
Men and women.
Combined.
All right.
I'm not going women on this side, men on this side. Just like I fight when people are like, best coach in college basketball history is so-and-so. I'm like, wait, men and women? No, just men. No, you got to talk about Gino. We're talking about all of college basketball.
Yeah, all right.
She is one of my top 5 all time. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
You want to hear who they are, or do you want to hear?
Well, tell me why she's in your top 5 first.
Because, yes, what she did.
What number is she, #1?
I would say, excuse me, that's a little bit harder.
I know.
I would say she's 2.
Wow.
I would say Ray Allen is 1.
Oh, yeah.
Because of what they did for the game, after the game, and what they've done around the game as well.
I know another person's on your list. Can I bring up his name? Taurasi.
Yes.
She's on your list. I hope in top 5.
1,000%.
What made you bring her in front of Taurasi?
I didn't really. I just thought of it, and it may be a little recency bias
And I'm not
because I
saying-
had Sue Bird.
Yeah.
They're probably all interchangeable. I really don't even know why I put Ray number 1.
Yeah, well, you have a list. So you have to
I
have a
just
reason.
think when you think about what he's done
Yeah.
around the game, entertainment wise,
Globally.
as a player, globally,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Hall of
why I did
Fame.
that. And in all fairness, men are just promoted differently.
Yeah.
It's a whole other argument, and I don't agree with it, but they're just promoted differently. So that's why I put Ray 1. I put Sue and Diana. They could be 2A, 2B. They're right there.
Okay.
I was hard pressed to find it. Breanna Stewart is next in my top 5.
All right. I like that.
I could go Paige Beckers, but again, recency bias. We need to see more.
But
Afterwards, this is my top 5. Not at school. Not to say you need your jersey retired.
yeah.
The men, it's hard for me to pick number 2.
Well,
It's really hard for me.
Well, I still say Chris Smith is number 1 in my book.
Okay, so Smitty, in terms of
His
he's my
college
all-time
career-
favorite player.
Yeah.
If we're talking just in school,
Well, you just said Ray Allen's your all-time favorite. Come on.
no,
You can't-
I've always said he's my all-time favorite. He
can't
knows
waver.
that. Everyone, if you find documentation of me talking,
I heard
Chris
you say
Smith-
I was your favorite too. You changed
you
with
were
the wind.
close.
Oh, thanks,
no,
thanks.
Smitty, all-time favorite, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
And then I know you want to talk about what he did for us.
Yeah.
When I got to UConn, I never saw the ball being handled like he handled it.
yeah.
I never saw the ball on the string.
Yeah.
I realized when I saw him play,
Yeah.
this is real basketball.
Yeah.
I never saw anyone handle the basketball like that, shoot like that, elevate, all those good things.
Yeah.
That changed my whole life. And by the way, he's all-time leading scorer at UConn. So number
And we'll
one.
never lose that spot because kids transfer or don't go 4
Always
years
be.
anymore. So
Always
he'll
be.
probably be the all-time
And-
leading scorer forever.
Which leads to our next kind of deal.
Yeah.
Why isn't his jersey retired?
That's what I said. Why is his jersey
Is it
up
just
there?
not a popular pick? I
Well,
don't
that's-
agree with that.
that's-
I agree with Sue Bird.
Yeah.
I agree with Ray
Yeah.
Allen, Hall of Famer.
I agree. Rip
But
Hamilton.
for what he yes,
Yeah.
because he won
And
national
Rebecca,
title.
yeah, and all that.
Rebecca,
Yeah.
yes. Chris Smith for what he did at school. Scott his jersey should be in those rafters.
He put UConn on the map.
Yeah.
I mean, Cliff Robinson obviously was an unbelievable player, but Chris Smith brought UConn to the Elite Eight, all-time leading scorer, one of the best players to ever come out of the state of Connecticut. He gave UConn a name. UConn became a name because of Chris Smith and his handle, being one of the best recruits of all time at that time in UConn basketball history.
2,145 points
Yeah,
over his career.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like I said, no one
one's
beat
close.
it. But he
Alex
played.
Caravan's been there 8 years. He won't catch it.
No, seriously, that's what's crazy. Yeah. And people don't understand, like, he played against lottery picks. Not saying UConn players don't, but like Billy Owens, Derek Coleman, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo. Ronnie Cycli. He played against Sherman Douglas. He played against Malik Sealy. Great
Terry
NBA,
DeHare.
Terry DeHare, great NBA players and
Come
when
on,
he was
man.
there. And he averaged 22 a game, 24 a game, something like that. And like he could shoot the ball, score mid-range, score at the basket, and wasn't the most athletic.
Shot 40% over his career from 3.
Yeah, but he can go. He can go. He was smooth and talented, so talented.
Yeah.
There's so many. The criteria has to be shown and it has to be changed because his name jersey needs to be up there.
I think it moves. I think the
goalpost does move.
I think they move.
Yeah.
Rips up there because he won national title, he won NBA championship, raised a Hall of Famer, Sue Bird.
But I think you should start where from the beginning where it was built.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You know what? I think we've done a good job of
We debated a little bit today.
getting to this point from where we've started and what we've built.
Are we growing?
We continue.
We're
to
maturing
build,
as
man.
podcasters.
Yeah. The second half.
The second half.
Scott and Donnie.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us.
And come back and watch next time.
We're gonna do it next week.
Next week we're going to do it.
All right. We'll see you next week.
The holidays are coming.
You better get those gifts.
Get them because you
You
can't
have
get
it now. It's too late.
or they'll get stolen. So yeah.